sessions and advice for all walks of life. With J, Marie, and Blue, we've got topics just for you, bringing it all to light. We're vividly vocal. We're vividly vocal.
Hey everybody.
Hey you guys.
Welcome back to episode 3 of Vividly Vocal. And today we are going to be talking about toxic relationships.
Y'all.
I feel like everybody can relate to that one lately.
Of course.
Recently.
I think everybody can relate to that.
Okay. J. Marie, what is a toxic relationship to you?
Ooh, I feel like a toxic relationship to me is one or both draining each other. Mm-hmm. Like when I say draining, like for example, oh, that's a good question. Hold on, I gotta think about it. Okay, so when I say draining, like you're emotionally draining me, you're physically draining me, you're mentally draining me, and it's like now I have nothing left. But you done soaked up all the juice that you drained from me. So it's like, okay, well let me drain you and let me get mine back. So it's like a draining situation. Mm-hmm. What about you?
I would say that, but a toxic relationship is something, that sucks the life from you. It's a dysfunctional relationship. There's gonna be some arguing, some manipulating, some gaslighting, a lot of shit. A toxic relationship is one that makes you feel unsupported, misunderstood, demeaned, or attacked. A relationship is toxic when your well-being is threatened in some way, emotionally, psychologically, and even physically, and that's when it can branch into abuse.
Right. All right. I mean, toxic relationships can honestly come from being in a relationship or not always being in a relationship. It can come from
any relationship can be toxic, like family,
sister, cousin. I mean, anybody could be just toxic as hell to the point where it becomes a toxic relationship, point blank period. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of something called the toxic cycle?
Yes.
Okay. What is your inputs on the toxic cycle?
A toxic cycle has been described to me. There's a series of like highs and lows. Like the highs are really good and the lows are really bad. Yeah. So when you get to a high, you get like a rush of like dopamine. Like it's like a toxic cycle. Dopamine, I think, is like the reward drug to your brain. Like you're going through a big roller coaster. Like the lows are fucking terrible, but when you have a good moment, the high just takes you high as it can go. Yeah. And you get addicted to that toxic cycle.
Yeah. I like that. I like your verbiage and wordage of that. As far as a toxic cycle to me, it's like you guys fight. Mm-hmm. You make up, everything's all okay, and then we start fighting again. Right. I mean, that's just that basically what you said. It's like a high and a low, and then it's just like, when does that stop? And I feel like that's where a lot of... I have a question for you. Do you feel as though daddy issues and mommy issues create toxic relationships?
Can, most definitely. If a person hasn't dealt with their issues from their child, that's where a lot of people's issues stem, their trauma from their childhood. It can create it reinforces how you deal with relationships as an adult. And I've had a lot of experience with that. And I was seeing somebody who had a very abusive childhood. His dad abused him, and his mom really didn't really, I'm not gonna say neglected him, but he didn't get as much love as he would have liked compared to his younger sibling. Yeah. So he was abused by his dad and kind of sort of neglected by his mom. And you could see that in his age as an adult, he's basically looking like for a mommy. He's looking for somebody to protect him like his dad didn't. Oh, wow. He's looking for somebody to give him all the nurturing and all the outpouring of love and support, give them their all like a parent should. But that's not possible to expect that out of somebody you just met.
Yeah.
But I do think so.
I feel as though, as far as the mommy issues and the daddy issues, I feel that it could stem from either way. Like a girl can have mommy
Yeah.
issues, a guy can have daddy issues,
Yeah.
and it makes them the person they are. I do know somebody in particular. God damn, he always pop up in the discussion. But I know somebody in particular, and I felt as though he didn't have mommy issues, but he more had daddy issues. Even though the daddy was present, don't get me wrong, it just seems as though he was he had to please, like he had to win his dad love in order for his dad to love him unconditionally. And I feel as though if his dad would have took enough time to just really love him, I feel like he would have came out. Well, I almost said his name. I feel like he would have came out a little bit better than what he is now. But I feel like he has to fight for his love, and that's where. Oh wow, that's crazy. That's where it stems for him to fight for his love for just anybody, or him trying to meet somebody. So like, for instance, remember me and Blue talk about just everything, but I remember this one thing we were talking about where he, like, every time he would meet somebody, it's just like it's a fairy tale. Like, oh, he looked at me, I think he likes me. Oh, he spit at me. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Like, it's like if you didn't come up to him and just slap him across the face, he believes that you were in love with him. He'd be like, hey, your shoes untied. Oh, he said my shoes untied. He was looking at my feet. He was looking at me. Oh, he noticed. He wants to be with me. And we're like, no, he just told you his shoes untied. No, you guys aren't seeing it. I know this.
The spirits are telling me.
No.
But I feel like with that mindset he have, it just feels like that's kind of how he would perceive his father, I guess. I don't know. Like, hear me out when I say that. Like, his dad might, say, boy, go wash your ass. Oh, my dad loves me. Or, boy, yeah, pussy. Oh, he loves me so much. Like, it stems from the parents. I just feel like it stems from the parents. It really does. Of how anybody acts in a relationship, because I'm not going to say that I have any father issues, because my dad was there. He was there until I turned 11. And, I'm not going to go into details of how they ended or anything, because, that is something a little bit personal. I did express it on the last podcast, but I mean, I have a lot of people will be listening, including family members, so I'm just really not gonna, get into that. But I mean, they ended on personal reasons. But I mean, after that, it's like I wanted you to make the effort to at least, see me, love your child, And it's just like, now growing up, it's like I have a yearn, like I want someone to love me like my father tried or didn't take the initiative to, but it's just like I don't want to try to fill that void. And that's like, I feel like that's where the daddy issues come from on my end, because I want that unconditional love from a man that I never got from my dad, or my mom didn't get from my dad, or anybody. Like, I just want to, I don't know, it's just a different yearn.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I feel what you're saying.
So do you feel like you have any of those issues?
Yeah, I'm not gonna elaborate though.
Understandable.
I don't want to talk about it.
Understandable. Do you have any more questions?
But yeah, most definitely. It does. Your childhood does affect a lot of the way how you perceive romantic relationships.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people on the dating scene, I don't want to say they're broken, but they definitely have some stuff to heal that they're not aware of or even want to fix.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but I might say it again later. But I have some signs that you are in a toxic relationship, that you may be in a toxic relationship.
Come on.
Number 1, you don't feel safe.
Mm.
Number 2, you have bad or non-existent communication.
That's a good one.
Number 3, you feel neglected and exploited.
Ooh.
Number 4, you feel like you've lost yourself.
Yep.
Number 5, judgment is the norm.
Oof.
Number 6, you feel belittled and ashamed.
Oof.
Number 7, you don't receive empathy. Number 8, you're playing a dysfunctional role. Number 9, you feel controlled or manipulated. Number 10, you're living under a cloud of rage. And number 11, here's something I see so much. You're making excuses for your partner's behavior.
Ooh.
Do you often find yourself forced in a position to defend your partner? While it's easy to fall back on the mentality of, you don't know them like I do. An outside perspective from someone you love, someone you know loves you, such as your friend or family member you trust, may be able to clearly see your partner's negative characteristics that are hard to acknowledge yourself.
That's a word.
Yeah.
That's a
We had a lot of experience with that one.
Come on.
Oh my gosh.
So, I know someone, and I'm never going to put out a name, but I know a particular person, and they were madly, like, okay, so I ain't going to say madly in love, but it's a difference between being in love with somebody and being madly in love with somebody. Madly in love is you okay, being in love is you see they bullshit, you call them out on it. I mean, if they don't change, it kind of wears off. But when you badly in love with somebody, anything they fucking do just be like,
I'm in love with you. You set me free.
But I know this particular person, and they were extremely, they were single for some time, and then they got with this person, and it was like, where the fuck is Waldo?
Right.
A lot of things transpired to the point where I personally feel like they lost themselves. And I didn't call on it at first because I'm just like, I love you so much that as a friend, but I don't like seeing you hurt. So I want you to see your worth. I want you to see that these niggas ain't shit. I want you to see what the fuck is really in front of your eyes.
Right.
And it's just as though it was like telling Stevie Wonder to look at a book and read it.
Right.
Like, no offense to Stevie Wonder, but I mean, that's what it was. And the more bullshit that happened, it was just like the more we were naive. The more the bullshit was happening. Like, at this point, you're basically a fucking puppet. You're a sock puppet, and he's got the strings on top of your motherfucking ass, and bitch, you're dancing. Like, at this point, what the fuck? What do I do now as a friend? Like, I can't speak. Like, I want to speak up, and I tell you how I feel, and it's just like, it's not processing through your head. As much as I want to strangle the fuck out of your significant other, it's just like, if I do that, or if I tell your significant other how the fuck I feel, that's going to make you and me fall out. Because you're too invested and you're too in love with them. And it's like, what I'm about to say or how I feel, it matters. But you're like, fuck that.
Right.
I still want to be with this nigga. And
oh, I hear you, sis. I hear it.
I hear it.
Right.
I see it. Like, it's right there. Like, I see what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
You you see, like, I always say, you hear me, but are you listening? Oh, I always say that so fucking much, because a lot of y'all hear a lot of shit that people say, but y'all don't be paying. Y'all don't listen. And I just wanted them to listen. Like, take time and take heed to listen to what the fuck I am telling you. And I mean, I don't know the status of that whole relationship, because, I mean, Blue always say, you can't save somebody who don't want to be fucking saved.
It's just a hard pill to swallow, but like, they gotta want it for themselves.
Exactly.
Sometimes you can change somebody's mind, but 9 times out of 10 you can't.
You can't.
I had a friend, I don't even know if she listens to podcasts. If she do listen, I love you to death, but I'm gonna use your story for an example right now. I met her when I was working here, and she came from New York. Her boyfriend brought her from New York and brought her down here to little old Beaumont, Texas. And I met her through there, and we were getting closer. And it was just like, he didn't want her to go barely anywhere without him. Every off day, she was in the house, in the kitchen, cooking and shit for him to come home.
I'm sorry.
I was like, girl, how long it take to cook? Well, I'm making my tacos from scratch. It's gonna take about 16 hours. I'm like, man. But
girl, what?
No, she didn't say that. But I was like, do they take 16 hours to make tacos? But so they were living in his brother's house, and she was getting disrespected by his brother and his wife, and he didn't want to move out of their house to get an apartment because he wanted to, quote unquote, save money for a house.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever. I mean, if your girlfriend getting disrespected, it was a studio apartment for like a few $100s a month, you know. And so one day, she gets into it with his brother. The brother kicks my friend out, and instead of getting an apartment, the boyfriend's like, bye, go back to New York. So she goes back to New York, girl. And he calls her one day saying that, I don't know how they got into it, but she was like, oh, you're fat, you're unattractive, you're this, you're that, because I only kept you around for convenience because you cooked and cleaned for me, because you did this and that. I only used you as a whole for sex and shit like that. And so she calls me and tells me, and I'm like, okay, I guess they're done. Guess they're done. So one day, I'm peeping on Snapchat, and out the corner of the snap, I see an arm with tattoos. The exact same tattoos that this person has. People told me, well, certain friend, oh, you're hallucinating.
Oh my God.
You don't know. I know. And then I look up and I see that they're back together.
Oh, wow.
This man drags my friend from New York City, where she lives with her family, drags her down to North Carolina. Fast forward a couple years, during this time, they're getting into it really bad. He's kicking her out on and off, kicking her out on and off. And eventually, this year, it gets to a point where he's like, I can't take the financial burden of providing for you. I can't do this. But even though he dragged her, he dragged her, and he's taking her all over the fucking country, until he gets to a point where he's like, I can't take the financial burden of providing for you anymore.
What the fuck?
He sends her back to New York with her mother. And he says, maybe we can get back together in the future, maybe not, but I don't know. She finds out she's pregnant. And she tells him, hey, I'm pregnant. And he's like, you can do whatever you want to do with it. It's your choice. And she was so upset. And he tells her, well, you can come back to North Carolina with the baby. Y'all just gonna have to live in a different apartment than me. And I might be able to send y'all money. Or I'll pay the rent and I'll send y'all the money. Now, imagine you just told her you can't provide for her in this house, even though she has her own job. You know, I'm not gonna say that, but she has her own job.
Yeah.
She goes to work, and how do you think you're gonna provide for a whole completely separate household? And I just got the vibe that he wanted to be single. He wanted to be single. He wanted to live his life, but he was trying to keep her on the back burner so she could come back whenever he felt like he needed a maid again.
That's
to me.
So fucked up.
And like I told her, I'm like, look, you know, she was like, I don't know what to do. You know, I'm like, look, I mean, you free from him. You know, it's your choice whether or not you want to continue on with this baby. She decided to keep the baby. Good for her. She said, yeah, I mean, I love this baby more than I love him. But it was just the way she was speaking. Yeah. Was kind of like, you know, she said, I want a family. I want a husband. I wanted this and I wanted that because my father wasn't in my life. But I want a father for this baby. And, you know, it just gave me the vibe that she didn't. She was holding on to the baby. Mainly because, you know, she wanted a family. She was holding out hope for a family. But she kept him still. She kept the baby still. And now I get an inkling they're back together. But I just got the feeling of, you know, she was like, yeah, thank you for telling me. I appreciate you for telling me this. But I'm like, I feel like you're not hearing me. Yeah. You know, you're not listening to the message. But, oh, my God, it's such a mess.
Wow. Wow. First of all, I just would have bitch slapped him in his face because the audacity of you to just, I don't know, he gives me, you know who he reminds me of? You watch Love and Hip Hop? Yeah.
Kind of, sort. I know of people from it.
So, I haven't been entwined with this season because I just haven't been watching it. But it's right now, if y'all don't know, Erica Mena and Safari have divorced completely. I remember when it was like a show. I don't know what the show was about, but Erica Mena and Safari and a few other people were in the house, and Safari chased this woman down. I bullshit you not. That whole, I forgot what the fuck it was called. I know they was in a cabin and some shit like that, but I just don't remember the show. I'm gonna have to look. But he chased her down. Like every episode, he was trying to holler at her, trying, like trying to shoot her his shot. And if y'all know Erica has a she doesn't have a track record, but Erica has been hurt a lot from Rich Dollar Signs, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know who else she dealt with, but that's the only one I can think of. But she's been hurt. It's a pattern of hurt that she's been dealing with. So it's just like for Safari to come and try to shoot his shot, she honestly felt like she was in love. Like she felt like, okay, you're really trying to do this with me, let's go ahead and do it. All I want to say is the nigga gave her 2 kids and he just want to do him.
Dip on niggas.
Like, dip. Period. Like, he just want to dip now. And it's a TikTok going around where she's like, I gave you a chance again and again and again. And you can, like, hear and you can see that hurt in her heart because it's just like, you like the idea of a family.
Right.
But
it's the chase.
Thank
it's the
you.
Thrill.
It's the thrill of it. But once the family came, you ran. So it's just like, why you should have just, you know what? Ken said it best. You should have just left me the fuck alone.
Exactly.
You should have just left me the fuck alone. Like, I'm really big on that. Like, I'm scared to jump out and get into another relationship because if you like the idea of me, but do you really like me?
Right.
Like, you like the idea of fucking with me, but do you really want to fuck with me? Now, when you get me, do you still have that same idea of me? Leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
Like, period. And I feel, and one thing I hate, he's a narcissist. Oh God, I hate him so much. He's a Cancer too, so I don't understand how the fuck you did that. But he's a narcissist. He tried to flip the script and say it was her fault. Like, if you wouldn't have done this, if you wasn't so crazy and nigga, you chased me and it's on national TV that you chased me. So once I give you what you wanted, now I'm crazy. Now it's my fault. Like, how do you perceive what I just said?
Nikki told y'all the truth about Safari way before that.
Hold on, wait. This is my first time hearing that.
You ain't know Nicki Minaj and Safari?
I knew they dated, but I never knew why they broke up.
Because he was stealing from her. He was stealing her credit cards, cheating on her, taking her credit cards to buy sex workers, prostitutes, a whole bunch of other shit. I mean, I don't even know that much about Erica and Safari, but I know their relationship is very, very dysfunctional. I know they're both very corny. I know they both do the makeup breakup for reality TV and stuff.
Wait a minute, wait. For real? He was really buying okay. You had Nikki, you
was
had
stealing out her purse.
You had a legend, sir.
For sure.
Are you fucking serious? What the fuck these niggas be smoking? Y'all must be smoking the strongest cat piss that has landed in the universe. Like, what the fuck? No. Oh my God. When did she say that?
Like in 2014.
I gotta listen to that. I did not know that. Dad, what the fuck? But just looking, it's okay. Just listening to looking at their relationship and seeing it on television and seeing somebody actually go through it in not behind closed doors, because a lot of us go through it behind closed doors, but when you see it on television, it's like, damn.
Right.
I feel that.
Right.
Before I let you go to your next point, if y'all don't know, I'm a big person of watching YouTubers. My favorite one so far from watching YouTube has been Queen Naja and at the time Chris. Chris Sales and Queen Naja has been rocking. I remember her saying in her song, like, they were homeless together. Like, they were rocking since they were homeless. Chris was the type... I fucking hate Chris. Like, I like... Some of his music is okay. But I don't like him as a person because he's a very horrible social media stunner. He stunts for social media. He be having these girlfriends. He be... At one point, he was clickbaiting so bad about Queen, and I forgot. I'm about to call that man Uncle Ruckus. What's that man's name? I forgot. Clarence. There we go. Clarence Bear. Like, it was bad because he knew he fucked up, but he cheated on her so much. He cheated on her bad. He used to call her names. Like, she was so insecure about her body. Like, he made her feel low. And when she finally, like, I remember in those moments, because, you know, like, with the Migos, like, when Takeoff passed away, it's like, you watched them, like, they basically grew up with you. Right. So it's just like, you watched them transition to who they are now. I've watched Queen transition to the woman she is now from when she started YouTube. Like, he fucked her up mentally. He, like... She was trying to do the music thing. He used to talk down on her music. Like, you know, oh, she could sing. Okay, whatever. Yeah, bitch, whatever. Like, it wasn't that serious to him. Look at what she... Look at her now. The bitch is on a song with... Fuck. A lot of people. Shit, because I don't remember all names. She sings songs with Ari Lennox, Little Baby. Like, you are on these platforms with all these famous people. Look where the fuck Chris Sales is. It's in Houston, Texas still. Probably going back and forth to jail, having different prostitutes and bitches in and out his house, and he does not have custody of his son. Why? Because you're stuck in that same place doing that same shit because you are a narcissist bullshit ass nigga. Point blank period. I said what I said.
You can go ahead with some of your points.
Okay. So, have you dealt with a toxic friend? We talked about friends, but like, how badly toxic it was. Like, how did it affect you? I didn't ask that question last time, but how did it affect
me? It was just, I was just very drained. I was just very tired of repeating myself. I was over the bullshit. I was tired of being involved in a circus every day because I'm not a performance monkey. I was very tired of just the level of buffoonery that was just being brought to my doorstep every day over fucking nothing. He was just an exhausting person to deal with, and I hate to say it, as much as I loved him, I'm more at peace without him. Like, there's just nothing stupid going on. Anything stupid for me to worry about.
Do you feel like if he would have listened to the things you would have said, he would have been a better person today?
100%. 100%. Because I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. My main thing, I was telling him, look, you need to look within yourself as to why you're so mad and angry at the world, as to why you're so upset with your lot in life, as to what you can do, more productive behaviors besides being in drama and beefing with bitches every single day. Like, you can't devote your life to that type of shit and expect to have a good, fulfilling life out of it. And that's nothing wrong to say. I was recommending him some TV shows to watch, and one of them is called BoJack Horseman. And he sat there and watched that whole motherfucking thing. And you telling me you didn't get a lesson out of that? You telling me you did not get a lesson on how to live your life? Ooh, dee-dee-dee. Oh, that was a good show, Ari.
I heard that show has a lot of life lessons.
It is, most definitely. It's literally one of the best animated series ever made. I'll probably say the best animated series ever made.
Definitely. Now she makes me want to watch it. So
it is good. It's really good.
We'll watch
it's sad. Well, not sad. Well, I mean, I cried a few times throughout that thing, but I loved it. It's a great show.
And he didn't get nothing out of that?
No. Of course not.
What the fuck?
He don't like hello, like anybody at home?
Hello.
Like, he most definitely would have been better off if he just listened. But he's one of those can't nobody tell me nothing type of people. You know, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna start cutting and drop people. Okay, bitch. See where that gets you. And look where it got him.
At the same place doing that same shit. I mean, I feel like a lot of toxic people they become so toxic to where it's like good friends like you and me, or just anybody that's listening to this, y'all gotta distance yourself because I cannot have that negative energy pouring into me.
Right.
Like you, like for example, Blue is the most positive person I've ever met. I'm positive, but I have my moments where I do have, like, I have a lot of draining situations around me, and it will drain me completely. Blue doesn't have to do it, but it be the little things Blue would say, and it'll be like, it'll prep me back up, and I'm like, all right, bitch, we at it again. Like, I'm here. Like, if your friends are not like that, or you're not like that, then I feel like you don't need to have friends. Point blank, period. And I think toxic people, they lack self-love.
Most definitely.
I gotta say it louder. A lot of toxic people lack self-love. You are toxic because you do not love yourself. And I'm gonna say this because I was once that person. I loved somebody so much that I did not love me.
Right.
I was so, and I don't mind talking about this, I was so in love with my ex-husband. It was past love because I thought that was, like Blue said, I thought that was normal. I thought the shit that, we didn't even know each other that long, and I fell in love with him. I didn't get that talk of, oh, well, you gotta watch out for these boys, and you gotta peep game. I didn't have that talk with nobody.
Right.
So I had to. I'm learning now, and it's like, I guess the inner child is kind of happy because I'm slowly but surely learning it as a older woman. Like, well, not older woman, but as I get older, I'm learning it, and I feel my inner child is more pleased because it's like now you can, when you get kids, you can show your kids like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, this is what I did in my past.
Right.
I want
and
you
let
to
me
learn
protect you by telling you the truth.
But I didn't know my ex-husband. I knew him from elementary, but I didn't know him like, to be like how I was. I was head over heels for this man. And I was young. I just like, when I graduated out of high school I was the youngest out of my whole class. Well, not the youngest, but I graduated at 17. I went to college. I didn't meet him until I was 21. So I'm fresh 21. Like, fresh out the fucking juice pack 21. So it's like from there, I instantly fell in love with him. And we got married. And it was just like, I think Blue said this, and I think my other best friend Ken said this too. You don't know somebody until they start showing their true colors to you. And he put on his best facade for me.
Right.
Oh my God. He put on the big daddy charm, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna treat you like a queen, like, yeah, like, it's all about you, baby. It's all about you, girl. On your birthday. Like, that's the type of back daddy he had, and I'm like Pearl, bitch. I was excited, like, oh, you about
The boys who cry.
the boys who cry, and it's just like all that went away, and I was just like the little girl, like, hey, that's not boys who cry. Like, no, like,
where's this person? Who came in my face? Who is this person?
Like, who the fuck are you? And it kind of went downhill, and that's when the toxicness. Oh, it was so toxic. Like, we would break up to make up. It was constant cheating, not on my end, because I'm gonna admit to my motherfucking flaws. It was constant cheating, crying. I don't mind saying that, I had a miscarriage behind that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna talk about it, but yeah, I had a miscarriage behind a lot of bullshit, and it was just a lot of back and forthness and a lot of confusion, and I wasn't for the shit. But even though I wasn't for the shit, I still stuck with him because I was so used to him now.
No,
like,
ride or die, quote unquote.
Yeah, like, it's like, yeah, you put me through this, but I mean, you rocking, I'm rolling. I gotta stick by your side. And that's the young mindset I had. Like, I feel like young bitches, when they fall in love so quickly, even though they men cheat, they got that mindset.
Right.
Bitch, I still gotta be by your side.
Be by my man. Stand by
Yeah.
my man. Stand by my man.
So I was sticking beside my fucking man, and he kept on doing it. He kept on doing it. Mind you, this man is 2 years older than me, so I'm not gonna say it's like a big age difference, but you should know better.
Right.
By you being a little bit older than me, you should know better. You should know. I understand you. Yeah, you been in the game like 2 years before me, but you know the games you playing on me.
Right.
But you know that I'm a loyal ass bitch, so why would you do that?
Right.
Took me a while, and finally I woke the fuck up, and I was like, I can't do this no more. I gotta go. Sorry, it sounds nice, but I just can't do it. I might have dabbled back to it, but I haven't did it since because niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit, and it's in the Bible, and according to Migos, chapters, verses 6, 7, and 8. You know, Nicolations. But yeah, toxic people ain't shit. I mean, that's just my perspective to just wrap it all up on my end. Toxic motherfuckers ain't shit.
Right. The mask can only stay on for so long. I find that when dating, like, the mask tends to fall off around maybe like 3 or 4 months, and that's when it shows you like a taste of who this person really is. Because like when you first meet somebody, you should be on your best fucking behavior. Sometimes you get saved and they show you how rotten they really are up front. But and also it takes maybe, I think it said 2 to 4 years to really know somebody, and sometimes after that you don't know them.
Yeah.
So
I always wondered, how do the old people stay so long in their relationship?
Well, back in old days, women
give me a lesson.
could not have a bank account until 1977.
I was told. I think I learned that in high school.
So therefore, you kind of got to stay by him, or you and your family are fucked.
Yeah. So that's probably what it was. Oh, that's what it was.
A lot of the time, maybe. Well, some of them surely did fall in love, you know.
Yeah. I know a lot of older generations, they say that, I just look past his cheating. I can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, they're used. It's a different age. I mean, I guess it's a different age. You don't have all these options like you do in 2022.
Yeah.
And with dating apps, and you don't know how big your world is. Way back then.
So I have a question for you, Ms. Blue. What are your deal breakers?
Deal breakers. Hold on. Let me think. Let me reach back. Hold on.
What are your deal breakers what is your deal breakers before getting into an actual relationship, like in the talking stage?
Okay, hold on. Let me.
I got you, because I feel like a lot of us don't have deal breakers, and for anybody to have a deal breaker, that speaks volumes, because a lot of people just surpass that.
Right.
So
they look over it.
And that's when the red flags and a lot of bullshit come with that. But please enlighten me on your deal breakers.
Not respecting my boundaries.
That's a good one.
I don't like being hit up at the last minute to make plans, and you expect me to be free. Like, you just text me at like 8:50 on a Monday night. Hey, come over. No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Not being able to apologize. That's a big thing. Like, let's say you do something and I'm like, and that calls for an apology. If you do not apologize, if you're just adamant about not giving me an apology, then that's something. So this is a couple years ago, I was just on Snapchat or whatever, and this guy added me as a friend, and I didn't accept his friend request yet, but I ended up accepting his friend request, and he DM'd me somewhere else, and I was like, okay, my Snapchat is this and this and that, and I hadn't accepted his friend request yet, but you know how you can respond to a snap before somebody accepts you as a friend?
Yeah.
And like, I had posted a selfie earlier that day, and the guy was like, oh, are you just here to get followers or promote your OnlyFans or something like that? And I was like,
what the?
And I was like, excuse the fuck out of me. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, oh, I'm sorry, LOL. I forgot I sent you a little bit of sass before you accepted my friend request. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, well, I'm trying to take you out to dinner. what? And I kept saying, what? And he was like, well, I'm trying to take you out, you know, and take you. He kept saying this specific phrase. He kept saying, I'm trying to make you laugh your ass off, and I'm trying to feed the fuck out of you. He kept saying that over and over again, and I'm like, are you going to apologize to me for what you said? And he was like, oh, you're a Capricorn and I'm a Scorpio. So that means we're going to be, our relationship is going to be spicy. And I was like, we're not having a relationship if you don't apologize to me. And then he said something like, oh, I'm so sorry, Ariana. And I was like, okay. And he was like, okay, now can we go out to eat? I'm trying to take you here, here, and there. And I was like,
what the fuck?
And then I stopped answering. I blocked him right after that. I just wanted my apology. I just wanted my ego.
What?
I just wanted because I knew it would hurt his ego to apologize to me. So I just got the apology out of him and I was done with him.
It was his introduction.
Right.
Are you here to get followers or to promote your OnlyFans?
And it was just the most normal picture, the most normal fucking selfie I post in the world. Like,
do it look like I have an OnlyFans? Y'all niggas be getting beside
right.
yourself.
And if you do, it's no problem. But just like, who greets somebody with that? And it was just like not. And after you say some shit like that, you're refusing to give me an apology.
Like, what the fuck?
He didn't say. I don't think he said OnlyFans. He said like Honly fans, like ho and Lee fan, like ho and only put together. And I was like,
oh my god. He knew what the fuck he was doing. Right. Like, who does the introduction? Like, y'all.
Right, and then to just try to brush over. But inconsistency is a deal breaker for me. You put in no effort and you're unimaginative with dates and stuff. If you constantly talk about your ex, your baby mama, or all the other women you've dated are crazy. All your exes are crazy. You're isolating me from my friends and my family, or you're trying to. You're rushing the relationship. You're
come on, preach the gospel.
You're doing something called future faking. Future faking is when somebody is like, you ever had a boy you barely fucking know talking about, when we get married, we're gonna do this.
Yes.
We're gonna have this type of house. Ooh. We're gonna have this type of car. We're gonna go on these kind of trips. We're gonna do this and this and that. He's trying to get you excited to butter you up so you can just go along. Oh, I want to go on a trip. Oh, I want to get married. Oh, okay.
What the fuck? Mm-hmm. I've never heard of that. Mm-hmm. That term, like that word, that's different. Okay, so is that all of yours, or you have some more? Because I like yours. Wait a minute.
They're very dramatic. I don't want to say female behavior because not all women are dramatic, but they're very fucking dramatic about everything. If you've ever met a man like that, I can't think of an example right now.
Like dramatic over like a situation, like they overly processes.
Yeah,
it,
just
or...
in the general sense.
I can only imagine. I know the tune has some dramatic.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. I get what you're saying, but to help the listeners out, go ahead if you got an example.
You can go first.
So when you say like overly dramatic, I think of shit like, okay, so say we're out and we're eating at a beautiful restaurant, and I tell you something like overreacting to like something I say, like, let's just randomly say I'm pregnant. I'm not, but I'm pregnant. Like the normal person would be like, oh my God, like in a nice setting, like, oh my God, like if we at home, hey, yeah, turn the fuck up. Or I guess how mine would be is like it's not what you think.
No.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay.
So, me and this person were talking. We had a disagreement of some kind, and I sent the thumbs up emoji. I was like, okay, I'm done talking. Thumbs up. I'm gonna talk to you later. Thumbs up. I just sent the thumbs up emoji. This person told me they got PTSD from me sending them the thumbs up emoji. I mean that kind of dramatic. Like you're making a mountain out of a molehill. You're doing shit, but you know. Your argument, not to say you're argumentative, but you're fucking dramatic. Like, what else? That's
a good one. Or like when you say, okay, and they're like, what do you mean by that?
Right.
Are you good? Like, you doing the most.
Right.
You don't have to say, okay,
right.
like
To
that,
take
like...
it to a whole nother level where you don't have to go,
yeah.
Oh, okay. So this person, I said thumbs up emoji. And later that night, I just went to go to the movies by myself because there was a movie I wanted to go see. I posted that movie on my Snap. and just went about my day. The next day, I went to the gym, and I said, I really want this salad. I went and bought the salad. And then it's from a specific restaurant that I really like to go to. So I took a picture of that salad and put it on my Snap. This person told me,
oh my God,
you're posting things that purposely look like dates to make me jealous. And I was like, what? I was like, wait, no. I was like, what? Because I went to the movies and I got me a salad from this restaurant that I really wanted to. I literally just went and got the salad and went my ass home.
Oh my God.
Fucking stupid.
Just a fucking moron. But now I get what you're saying. Like, it's not bitch shit, because a lot of females do not act like that.
Just
but
a lot of insecurity to make, things an issue when it don't have to be an issue.
I feel like people that's like that, they have big insecurity problems.
For sure.
Like, I don't know. Okay, well, maybe this is a random one too, but I feel like a lot of guys, and I'm not targeting guys, but I just feel like this. I feel like a lot of guys who are handsome looking try to fuck with bitches who don't judge me on what I'm saying, but they don't meet their caliber. If you get what I'm saying, like, hear me out on this. Everybody's beautiful, but they try to go for like. Please, I'm trying to. I don't want y'all to be like, well, you're just judgy. Like, I mean,
well, every time I see a beautiful woman, she got an ugly boyfriend.
I'm not trying to say it like that, but
like not even ugly just on the outside, but on the inside as well. Yes. Like my friend from New York, she is a beautiful Dominican goddess. She got a big booty, she got big titties, she's shaped so beautiful. She has a beautiful face, she has beautiful plump lips. She's so fucking beautiful. Meanwhile, her boyfriend is literally a fucking hobbit. Her boyfriend is like a garden gnome to her. He built bad. He not that cute to be acting the way he do. And he has just a nasty fucking spirit about him. And sometimes, in my experience, when I get within a man who, I wouldn't say ugly, but who has a low opinion of himself, and he doesn't really, I'm not going to say he's ugly, but ugly, ugly, has a low opinion of himself. Once a bad bitch get with an ugly man, he start acting like the bad bitch.
That's what I was trying to say. He
forgets who he is and where he comes from, and he starts treating you like you the ugly one.
Yeah, girl! You hit it right on the nail. That's what I was trying to say. Like, I wasn't trying to call anybody ugly. But also, I want to say this too. I feel like if you are pretty and you got an ugly ass personality, I'm gonna consider you ugly.
Right, for sure.
Period. I feel like anybody, like, I understand, like, y'all, what some of y'all have is pretty girl syndrome. Y'all feel like y'all looks can get y'all through the door. Y'all looks can get y'all to do this, and y'all pity on average looking women, as of me, to like, oh, well, y'all are just ugly. Like, y'all can't do this, y'all can't do that. Bitch, what job do you have? What is your job description? What do you do for a living? Right. Like, I'm not talking bad about a pretty girl, but it's just like, y'all have such, some of y'all
are really fucking nasty. Yes. For like no reason. Like,
so nasty. Like, for example, I got a perfect example. If y'all don't know who Coach Stormy is, that bitch feels like she's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Coach Stormy she's pretty to me, but her personality and the way her mindset is, some of y'all will probably be like, oh, well, she has a mindset of a go-getter. She's a hustler, this and that. No, the bitch is a pretty bitch with an ugly ass personality. Mm-hmm. If y'all didn't know that video about that low vibrational ass food, bitch, you were eating the same shit that bitch was eating, just in lower quantities. She had when I say that plate looked so good, she was talking about, bitch, I would have ate it. I would have ate that shit. But you talking about that's low vibrational. Well, bitch, well, what you over there sucking the goddamn gristle off the bone. So, bitch, what you're doing is low vibrational, bitch. Mm-hmm. I would have. But they paid that bitch $50,000 for her to sit among them.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way.
If I wasn't a good person, I would be squeezing y'all for every penny y'all got.
Oh, everything.
Oh my God.
Like,
But going back to pretty girls with ugly boyfriends, I find that, you know, I'm gonna say I don't date quote unquote fans. I'm not gonna say like I'm just this big person, but like a fan is when somebody, you ever had somebody who's chasing after you and chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing, and once you finally like, okay, I'll fuck with you, I'll give you a chance, complete 180, they start treating you like garbage.
Yeah.
It's like that. Oh, you're so this. They put you on a pedestal. Oh, you so pretty. You're so smart. You do this and this and that. Just making everything you do just a big spectacle. But once they put you on that pedestal, they gonna take you right the fuck down.
If you're gonna put me on that motherfucker, let me stay on that motherfucker. Don't take me down. But that's why it leads back to leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
You like the idea of me.
Right.
And it's beautiful. Like, bitch, I'm a fine piece of art. Like, yeah, bitch, you want to fuck with me. You like the idea of me.
Right.
But, bitch, can you really handle me?
Right. Most people, when they say, all on Facebook, I want a relationship. No, you want them pictures.
Yeah.
Them relationship goal pictures. You want the aesthetic. You want the matching pajamas at Christmas. You want trips. You want vacations. You want that fucking on the balcony shit. But
I know I do.
I do. I want that. But you don't have what it takes to maintain a relationship.
Exactly.
You're crying on Facebook every day. Why nobody treat me right? Why nobody does this for me and nobody does that for me? Because everybody can't be the problem, you know.
Ooh, girl!
Who's the common denominator?
Come on.
You fucking Facebook comedians. Everybody want to be a toxic Facebook comedian nowadays.
Come on.
It's the most boring shit. The most, I'm like, okay, you're toxic. Oh, fucking your baby mama. Oh, you want your girlfriend to bat you across the head with a fucking baseball bat or whatever the fuck.
You want to get your head knocked between
right,
the wash and dry.
And y'all just think that's so fucking cute.
That is so cute. Like, yes, like, hit me across the head, daddy. No, bitch. No. And I feel like you niggas are not that. You niggas are just as worse. Like, oh, yeah, my bitch that threw my drawers outside. But look at her with her nasty ass drawers and this and that. Like, I hope some of y'all niggas, did y'all take, what the fuck? I know I ain't slow right now, but did y'all take the classes where they show the bodies and the insides and, like, did y'all take that class? Like, do y'all know the vagina is a self-cleansing machine down there?
They fucking don't.
Y'all don't know that shit. So when y'all post shit, y'all need to, and then it be the bitches in the comments. Oh, she's just nasty.
Gassing them up. You clown ass bitches, pick me ass bitches, gassing them the fuck up.
That is Fisher Price ass shit that y'all bitches be doing in them comments. That is Fisher Price child's play, bitch. Because your pussy does the same thing as that bitch pussy does.
Right.
Or they be picking the most the panties that it's their period panties.
Right.
And y'all just be picking it, or it just that day. I mean, I don't know. Y'all just be doing the most weirdest shit, and it's the gaslighting pick me bitches in the words of Blue. It be y'all bitches, and y'all are sad as fuck.
I remember there was like a picture on Facebook of like different shapes of like vaginas and labias and like different types. Like some labias might be longer, some might be shorter. And there was one where somebody said, "Oh, I don't want that long ass pussy over there," and all the roast beef ass pussy over there, and all the bitches under this nigga comment, "Oh, mine don't look like that. Oh, mine don't look like bitch." Even if it didn't, I can tell the niggas who ain't never had no pussy before, because pussies come in all shapes and sizes. Lengths, colors, textures, shit crazy.
I mean,
and the bitches gassing them up for me. Like, you realize you have a pussy, right?
Exactly.
So why are you encouraging this? Like, oh, her lips too long, or her clit too big, or whatever the fuck y'all be making up that.
Or her pussy's too dark, or this and that. Y'all. It be the pick me hoes.
Right.
You hoes be want to be picked so fucking bad. Oh, y'all be trying, but it's just like all in reality, y'all. I can't even get on that subject because I would throw my fucking phone. Like it. You know what? We're gonna have to do a whole different episode on that because I want to go in on y'all so fucking bad, but it's like this ain't even the episode for that. But just know you pick me bitches are the worst. The fucking worst. But do we have anything else?
I actually have like maybe 3 more things.
Come on, let's get it.
Well, I have some things to consider doing if you are in a toxic relationship.
Come on.
Get out of the other person's head.
Yep.
It's tempting to dissect and analyze the behaviors of others, especially someone who has hurt you greatly. But this is a complete waste of your time and energy. Stop trying to figure them out and instead focus on you.
Right.
There are only 2 things you control: your thoughts and your actions. So get out of their head and spend time in yours.
Right, come on.
Number 2, recognize that behavior is a language. Behavior is a language. If you're in a relationship with someone who repeatedly hurts or diminishes you, they're saying all you need to know, even if they aren't using words. Number 3, paint a picture for the kind of relationship you want. You might also be used to toxicity that you don't even know what a healthy relationship looks like. Give yourself permission to dream about how you actually want to be treated. Number 4, talk to a trusted friend or therapist. Number 5, learn new relationship tools. Relational skills, just like anything else, can be learned. You might need to learn skills like assertiveness, boundaries, self-forgiveness, confrontation, or vulnerability. Mm-hmm. One of the best ways to do this is to meet with a mental health professional, but there are tons of books and resources and podcasts. And as with any new tools, the key to getting better at them is practice. Number 6, leave.
Right.
Number 7, learn how to co-create healthy relationships. Relationships are messy, but you must have them in order to have a healthy whole life. Don't run to the hills and swear off all relationships forever. Yes, they're risky. Yes, people will hurt you, and you'll hurt them too. But when done right, a good relationship is the most life-giving force on the planet. We need each other. Don't give up on people or yourself.
Come on, point. See, y'all, get y'all a friend like Blue. That's all I'm going to say. That's all.
I have one more interesting thing I saw on Twitter Friday night. But we're going to go to commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Yes.
Are you enjoying the show? Give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on, and connect with us on social media. Our Instagram is @VividlyVocalPod. Our Facebook is VividlyVocal Podcast, and our Twitter is @VividlyVocal.
Vividly Vocal is an independent operation. So if you want to help us get bigger and better, cash up us at $VividlyVocal. Now, back to the show.
Okay, so we're back.
We're back.
As I said, Friday night I was scrolling on Twitter, as I do. And I saw something very interesting. This tweet that said, dating someone who has never been loved properly takes so much patience. And people in the comments were going to fucking war.
Really?
They were. So somebody, I don't agree with the verbiage this person said. Somebody said, that person is damaged. Leave them and find someone who was raised and loved well. Now, I don't agree with this verbiage. I get what he's trying to say, but I don't agree with it. Yeah. But I'm going to get into it. Somebody else said, it is the worst thing because they question everything, literally everything, and you could be genuine and they will question that too. Somebody replied, it's not my fault. Somebody else replied, yes, but it's your responsibility to heal. Mm-hmm. If you don't, who the hell will?
Exactly.
This one girl going to war with every single comment she disagreed with. She said, if you're hating, you're weird. It's no one's fault that they weren't loved properly. Of course not. It's not their fault.
Right.
Somebody said, it's not, but it's very draining to be around such a person. It's better for them to go to therapy first. Mm-hmm. Somebody else said, why would one be dating someone who has never been loved properly? If they can't handle dating, what else can they not handle?
Oh, wow.
What are they doing to handle themselves prior to dating? Who'd walk into a situation beyond their control? When are red flags to be considered? And the girl who was going to war, she...
Come on, go to war, baby.
She said to somebody who disagreed, who said, you know, it's better to go to therapy, get your issues handled first before jumping into a new situation. Right. She said, here's a medal for the stupidest take ever, to somebody. Somebody else said, choosing not to date someone who doesn't have the bandwidth to love you properly because they themselves have never experienced it to even know what it is, or much more give it back, is stupid, because that sounds like common sense to me. And the girl said, thinking that damaged people aren't worth loving is stupid as fuck. But let me go back to that. Nobody ever said they're not worth loving. And I wouldn't call someone damaged because of what they've been through.
All right.
But it comes to a point where you have to realize that being your trauma is not going to be healed by another person.
That's right.
It's not. And a lot of people think everyone is worthy of love, everyone is worthy to be loved, but nobody's coming to save you.
Right.
You have to work on your issues yourself. I used to always think, I never understood growing up, you have to love yourself before you love somebody else. But now I high-key get it. I get it. Because I was involved with somebody who had a lot going on, and they just needed so much reassurance. And I have no problem giving reassurance, but they kept getting in their own head about our relationship. And I just was like, why can't you speak to me?
Yeah.
Why can't you just ask for reassurance, and I will gladly give it to you? And I speak them positive words all the time. I did it all the time.
Yeah.
And it was just like they were at war with themselves.
Come on.
I can't fight a battle for you that you going to war with you in your head that I don't even know about that much.
Come on.
And, you know, and it just felt like I kept being, it kept being expected of me to just devote my whole time, my 24/7, my full focus, my attention.
That's crazy.
On what they're going through. And it's just like, I got my own life over here. You can't just walk into a relationship. And we're not even that close. We've been dating a few months. And you expect me to devote my whole entire life into nurturing this relationship and pushing it forward.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl said, love isn't perfect, and no one is perfect. So what's the problem with them trying your best? Love isn't perfect, but successful relationships are built on trying. You have to try. You have to put in work. It is work. You know, and nobody's perfect, but you have to. I feel like nobody's perfect applies to, you know, your flaws, like your personality flaws. Sometimes you. What's a personality flaw? Maybe you're a little bit lazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a little bit forgetful. That's a flaw.
Yeah.
But when your trauma is coming to affect your relationship with another person, I don't think that's a flaw. That's something you need to go look inward. Look inward to yourself. And something you need to heal with.
Yeah.
And
come on, you preaching. Come on.
Literally, the girl, she just going to war with everybody who says otherwise. You know, you're hating. You have people that deserve to be in love even if they don't.
That's
and
crazy.
then the girl turns around and says, somebody said, imagine both people with the same issue getting together. How would that work? And the girl responds and says, TBH, it was the most abusive and toxic relationship I've ever been in. So, therefore, you agree, right?
Exactly.
There are some things, it can affect the relationship.
Oh my God.
How do you feel about this, J. Marie?
I mean, she going to war with everybody, but it's just like, you know what, Twitter just be having a lot going the fuck on. But I mean, I feel like this. It is not our fault that we are broken.
Right.
Point blank, period. I mean, I feel like, because I was once broken. I'm not going to ever just say I'm broken anymore.
Right.
I remember saying it in one episode that I'm broken, but I'm free.
Right.
I have a lot of flaws and a lot of things that I just need a little TLC, you know, a little tender love and care.
Right.
But I ain't broken. But I feel like it's possible to love someone that's broken. It's possible for a broken person to love, period. But it's a reason why we are broken.
Right.
It's a reason why we have those thoughts. It's because of our past. Mm-hmm. I feel like, you know, we go through things for a reason. And, I mean, we're broken for someone to come and patch everything up. I mean, yeah, we can patch it up mm-hmm. ourselves, but sometimes it does take that other person that we sometimes don't need or sometimes we mm-hmm. yearn for to come and patch it up.
Right.
So I feel like broken people can fall in love. You can fall in love with a broken person, but you have to take time, and you have to not only take time, but you have to understand why they're broken.
Right.
We're not broken just because we're broken.
Right. And I don't like using the word broken, but the broken person has to also try to be better. You can't just sit there and be like, I do this and this and that because of my trauma, so therefore you have to deal with it. No.
Yeah.
You still have to try.
I mean, it's a 50-50 thing going on. Like, you have to work on your brokenness, and this person, if they are dating you, they have to help you through it, but you also have to put the work with that. I mean, I just can't be fixing a motherfucker and you breaking the shit too. Like, I'm trying to fix you up and you still like, I'm broken
and
here.
I just feel like a lot of people are looking for free therapists in their relationship.
Yeah. Oh my
God.
Yes.
I'm not a licensed mental health professional.
Yeah.
I can't make you do better or make you be better, but like they just want to come to you like, fix me. Here it is. Fix this, and if you can't fix this, you're horrible.
I'm not Dr. Phil, and I'm not Anaya who fixes people's life, baby. I can't. I don't even know how she do it. What they say, my mama always told me, a therapist always have a therapist. Just because, like, you want me to be a therapist, but bitch, I need a therapist too. Like, no, like, I can't. You can't help. You can't fix something that is already. You can fix it that's already broken, but if they can't help you fix them, then bitch, I'm just gonna leave you alone, because you have to fix yourself too in order for somebody to help you fix yourself, Right. So that's not a touchy subject, but I mean that's just something that a lot of younger girls have going on, because I always say it starts from home. Right. I feel like what we were talking about earlier, a lot of households are some broken households, and it do always affect it affects us. It affects a lot of us. And so when we go into these relationships, and these relationships before we get to like an actual good person, they break us up, they tear us down, they do this. So when we finally get to that person, we all broke up and shit. It's like, are you gonna fix me? So that's where it comes from right there. But it's like, okay, yeah, I can fix you, but did you do the requirement things to at least help, like at least start me to fix you? Like, I can't fix you and you haven't gave me the startup kit, or you ain't at least tried to tweak yourself, So
yeah, I was once in the position of being quote unquote broken, but throughout my time sitting by myself doing my thing, and I was just like, it's just unfair for another person to come into my life and for me to expect them to fix me. That's just unfair. So why not I just do the work to get myself to a decent place, and then when I'm ready, I'll join my life with somebody else, instead of just looking for the love I never got in other people. Why not just find it in myself?
Exactly. I mean, I always say self-love is always the best love out of everything. I don't know. I mean, I don't ever want to call nobody broken. We just need a little TLC. Right. That's all we need. And
some motherfuckers are beyond repair.
Woo.
Some people, but most of you aren't. Most of you are not.
My heart is damaged. I thought that I should let you know. Daddy K said it best. But no, that's how I look at it, because I was once in that predicament. Right. And, I think, I don't even know if I had friends at the time to really help. Yeah, I mean, I thank God for the ones who were there in my brokenness, because it took a lot for me to get out. And I'm still, I might sound perfect on here, but it's like I still have those moments where, I reflect back on it and it brings back those open wounds. And it's just like, I'm still healing. And I'm thankful for the friends that I definitely have now, because they definitely, like, they see the progress I've been dealing with, like the progress I have now. And they're just like, no, Jay, you gotta patch it back up, babe. Like, fuck that, let's repair it. But they be just like, you also have to put the work in to repair your own shit. So, yeah, shout out to y'all, motherfuckers.
Right.
But is that gonna be it for this? Do we have any more?
Let me see.
I mean, I got a whole little book over here.
You can say something.
I don't want to make it too long, but I just do want to talk about domestic violence, because that is also a that does involve with toxic relationships. I do want to later on, probably in the episodes, want to bring someone that does touch on that subject. But I do feel to just bring it up a little bit, because I don't like it. I don't like a man putting his hands on a woman.
And too many feel too comfortable doing that.
Oh, y'all feel so comfortable. And y'all, I just always say, if you feel comfortable with putting your hands on a woman, you should feel comfortable with someone putting their hands on your mom. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you shouldn't feel comfortable with hitting a woman. Period. I mean, it sounds crappy how I said it, but y'all have to look at it like this. Why do y'all feel comfortable with hitting a woman? Why is that the norm? Like, I get it. Y'all, I don't get it. I'm never going to understand it. Like, women will hit your ass and they shouldn't do it. But even though they do it, why do y'all still feel obligated to do the shit y'all do? Period. Mm-hmm. I just will never understand it. And then y'all are so... My favorite scene from... It's not my favorite scene, but that scene speaks so many volumes. From The Temptations. David Ruffin. Oh, that's my man. David Ruffin was dating this lady. And, I mean, she I'm not even going to say she was a hoe. She was just really flirtatious. Very flirtatious. And him and his homeboy, they had went to a picnic that Motown had did for The Temptations because they just had released their album. So everybody was turned up. Had new cars and everything. So he wanted to flaunt his new lady. She went to go flirting with one of the dudes. I think Smokey Robinson. One of the dudes she was flirting with. He instantly gets mad. And he whispered to his homeboy, go get that bitch. Instantly disrespected her. Like, go get that bitch. So, mind you, David Ruffin wasn't the type to... He came from a rough patch in his life. I'm not going to excuse that for his actions. But, like, everybody else, like Blue... I'm about to call it nigga Tito. This is not Jackson 5. Otis and them, they come from a... You know, my mama raised me not to hit on women. My mama raised me to be mannerable to women. So when he said that, it kind of caught them off guard. Like, oh, goddamn, she just over there talking. So he kind of go, like, the homeboy go over there and kind of tries to go get her. Mm-hmm. And she instantly kind of jerks from him like, I'm not doing nothing wrong. So David brings it upon himself to go over there. And Blue just like, don't do that. Not... If you're going to do that, not right here. Mm-hmm. He's like, man, chill out. And he go over there and he kind of yanks her, which her wig kind of shifts and like her glasses shift. And it's a whole situation. And it's just like everybody, like the mood kind of. Mm-hmm. Everybody at the park like, oh, goddamn. Like, it wasn't that serious. So, from that scenario, I just want to say that you niggas ain't shit. I feel like it shouldn't have took all that. If you suspected that she was flirting, at least wait till y'all get home and be like, hey babe, I see A, B, and C and D. This is what you did at the picnic. Can we talk about it? Mm-hmm. Instead of causing a scene, and ain't no telling what the fuck you did when you got home to that lady. Right. I don't even remember her seeing her in the movie after that. I just remember the nigga got on drugs real bad, and he ended up passing away. Like, I don't remember her after that, but it's just the principle of the fact, like, you didn't have to do all that. Now, everybody at the picnic was concerned about her well-being because you wanted to ruffle up her feathers because you assumed that she was out here flirting when she just was having a regular conversation. Mm-hmm. It's fucked up. It's extremely fucked up.
Like, the worst thing about... I've never been involved in a domestic violence situation, but the worst thing about my friends who have is you can see it coming. Yeah. It's just the worst. And when they don't listen, like, hey, the train's coming, get off the tracks. Get off the train. Oh, no, the train's not coming. It's not coming for me. Bow, that train hit your ass. Oh, you were right. The train was coming, but I think I'm gonna sit here for a little bit. The train not coming no more. Oh my it's God. Not gonna come again. Train comes again every day about 12 o'clock at noon. I think I'm gonna sit here and wait for the train. It's not gonna come. It's just the worst, most disheartening thing. When you predict everything to a T. Like, a lot of shit, a lot of signs, they literally follow a pattern. Ooh. Like, these things can escalate. If he's doing this, it could turn to this, and it could turn to this, and it could turn to that. If he's doing this already in the beginning, it could lead down the road to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah. It's the worst thing to see that.
It's horrible. And I have witnessed a lot of friends that went through domestic violence. I'll never, like, put their names out because, you know, that's not of me. Right. But one in particular, I remember I was on the phone with them and we were having a regular conversation. Like, they were like, we were just talking, and she gets home and she just like, her mood changed. Like, it was like, it got so awkward on that phone. It was like we were talking about something, and when she got in the perimeter of whoever, yeah, it was just like, her
like,
voice changed, right, and the conversation went another way, and I'm just like, hello? Mm-hmm. Are we good? Like, we were just talking about something, and it was like, I'm gonna have to call you back. Right. Like, her mood changed. I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm like, okay, I'll...
No, under surveillance.
Like, I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to you later on tonight. No, I'm gonna have to call you back when I can. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the attitude I got, and I'm like, oh... Damn, okay. Mm-hmm. So, I didn't hear from them after that. And probably, and this is real, like, probably 2 weeks after that, I hear from them. And I'm just like, well, hey, what's going on? And they pouring out their heart to me. Mind you, they live, like, down the street. So, I mean, I didn't know what was going on, but I mean, I didn't know what was going on because it was some closed door type shit, but it's just like, from her voice, you could just tell it was something crazy. Mind you, I stayed in some apartments, so you kind of knew, but right. I mean, there's so much going on you didn't know. But she's just like, pouring her heart out to me and like, I can't do this. And that's when I knew then, like, well, sis, we gotta get you out this. We gotta get you out of this. Like, you got 3 kids with this motherfucker, and you trying to escape. Like, let's go. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I said that, I bullshit you not. She hangs up the phone with me, and there they go, posted on Facebook.
I hate that.
Like,
I hate that.
That's my man, and I'm just sitting like,
if only everybody knew. And the worst thing when you're like, leave, bitch, leave. But I love him. Ooh! That's the worst fucking thing. Ooh. Because I love him is not a reason. It's not. Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna help him without you're not helping him in the first place? Yeah. Love. That's not love.
Love is blind. And it'll take over your mind. I'm sorry, I gotta go into song. But no, I feel like we should definitely do a episode on that. Yeah. I will if y'all gotta listen to Dive Deep Season 2 to know what I'm about to say, but I have a cousin, she has a nonprofit called Not Silent. Mm-hmm. And I want her to share her story. At the time, it was like really some distorted things going on when she came on that episode. But I really want her to tell her story. And I want y'all to listen to it. And hopefully she could, share some insight on what to do or what not to do. Right. Because, I mean, we could say so much about domestic violence. Because I totally am not with domestic violence. I just feel like that shit... that's not the route to go with anybody, but we can only say so much. Right. We can only spread awareness to stop domestic violence as much as we can. But I would love for y'all to hear her and her story and about her organization. Mm-hmm. So definitely. Ready for these emails?
Yep, I am ready.
All right, you guys. So we are about to get to these emails. So we will see y'all after the commercial break. What's up, you guys? It's J. Marie, and of course, we are at a commercial break for a moment before we get back to the topic. But I wanted to let y'all know that I have a YouTube channel called Chunky the Gamer. If y'all are not entwined or y'all not subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure when you go to the bar at the top of YouTube, type in Chunky the, not THE, but DA Gamer, and I'm going to pop up, you guys. I have so much content coming to that channel, but make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? And make sure when y'all get there, hit the notification button, and let me know in the comments if I sent y'all from the podcast, all right? Love y'all guys so much, and I will see y'all on the YouTube channel.
Okay, we're back.
We are
email
back.
number 1.
Come on, email.
Okay, guys, I need serious help.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I know it's been forever since I sent a message to you guys, but this is what's going down right now. Well, technically not right now, but you guys really need to help me. You guys really helped me with so much already, so I just need to hear what you guys have to say. I opened up to a girl in my building about my vulnerabilities, traumas, insecurities, secrets. I thought I could really trust her. Some red flags I ignored were that she always tells me stories about her old crazy friends, then proceeds to show me all their social media photos and photos in her old phone of them. This is a big trigger for me, and I have her on my social media, and I've told her a lot of crazy things, and things that are somewhat normal to me / are crazy to her. Example, getting drunk is bad to her. She also has a puking phobia and in exposure therapy. She is talking to her mom and grandma on the phone 20 times per day. She's only 22. I'm 28, but she acts like my mom. She has never partied or gotten drunk. So I feel betrayed because I was locked out of my building crying drunk because I didn't want to spend another $500 on a locksmith. I'm a puker when I drink. This isn't abnormal for me. I know others may think this is concerning. When she showed up, I was sick and started throwing up. I just wanted to get into the building and go to bed because I was so sick and embarrassed. She wouldn't let me in the building because her puke phobia and started calling so many people just telling them about me. She made such a big deal out of it. And then she called the fucking ambulance. They were confused. I was confused. I thought I was in fucking trouble and started second guessing myself. All I did in the hospital was toss and turn. I just wanted to be home in my bed. The hospital was traumatizing, but won't get into that. The hospital only gave me Pepto-Bismol and ginger ale. They said they found me on the sidewalk puking. When I was sitting on my steps sick trying to get back into my building, I felt like I was being treated like I'm fucking crazy. I checked my phone and have a text saying she had my dog in my apartment and has my keys and will meet me tomorrow to give them. I said, how did you find them? She said she called a locksmith. My keys were in my apartment. My door was unlocked. I was only unlocked out of the building. She signed the invoice and called a locksmith totaling $1,121. She got ripped the fuck off for a door that was open. When I asked her why she did this, she said I told her to, and she tried to argue with them. But I asked why she called when the door was open, and she said she doesn't know she was downstairs. So she is chilling in my apartment with other girls in my building with my dog, all together, after charging me that much without my consent. It's absolutely absurd. The ambulance was $4,000. Then the gossipy girls in my building saw me outside yesterday and were like, had a wild night, like making fun of me. They said they had my dog, and I didn't even know this because I don't like them. Now I feel that this one girl I trusted told these other girls everything I opened up to her about. I understand she had good intentions and was worried, but after the girls outside yesterday, I sent her a text saying I need space and to please keep everything I share with her between her and that I'm not happy and feel gross about how things were handled Saturday despite her best intentions. She loves the drama. What you guys thinking? What to do with this situation? My fucking God.
Beat this hoe up.
Beat up. Beat her ass.
Her ass. Point blank period. What the fuck? Bro, I have... First of all, hold on. I hope she paying for every fucking thing. So if she got a locksmith, I hope she paid for it. I hope she not telling you to give her some money back. Because bitch, you gotta get beat the fuck up for that. 2, bitch, why would you call the ambulance? Why? And I am drunk.
And why not just let me in the building? You had the power to let me in the building, but you took it upon yourself to call a fucking ambulance and take me to the hospital.
I'm itchy.
Why?
I'm itchy because of this shit. Hold on, wait. That ain't even the sad part. Why would you let these bitches in my
house
apartment?
with my fucking dog, little Ruffalo, and look at y'all chilling in my crib?
I want to fight so bad. Like, girl, the audacity.
And you called $1,000 locksmith for a door that was unlocked.
Oh my I just want to say that bitch secretly got a key to your apartment now. So just stay tuned. You need to go ahead and get your locks changed. That is fucking. No, I'm not comfortable with this. Fuck. Y'all should see blue face. Y'all blue.
My head hurt. My head fucking hurt. My head hurts for you.
Fuck your puke phobia. Fuck your judgment.
So you can't just come downstairs and lock the door and then just run back upstairs if you got a puke phobia that fucking bad. Oh. And you took it upon yourself to go in my house with like 17 other bitches and my dog like
I'm training my dog to bite anything.
Oh my God.
Like, you bitches want to come and you want to sit and talk about me in front of my dog, bitch? Fuck that. Bitch, you have the audacity, so when I'm down there throwing the fuck up, you parlaying and prostrating in my motherfucking house with these motherfucking bitches gossiping, doing all this and that with my dog, bitch, while I'm downstairs throwing up, trying to live, like... Oh my God.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my God.
If she called the locksmith, I hope it's her responsibility to pay this locksmith and not yours.
And it's her responsibility to pay my
ambulance.
hospital bill, bitch. Since you wanted to call the cops, you could have gave me Pepto-Bismol and ginger ale. I could have did all this when I got home. I could have threw up in my bed, and in the morning I would have woke up and cleaned my own self up, bitch.
Right.
But you sent me to the hospital for
being drunk and puking and throwing up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hopefully, if you have to pay the hospital bill, check if they have financial aid of some kind in order to bring that bill down. But hopefully you don't have to fucking pay because that bitch should pay it. I hope she has to pay the locksmith. Stop fucking with her. She's fucking weird. First of all, go talk to your grandma and your mom on the phone for 20 hours a day, okay? Getting drunk is bad to her. She has a puking phobia and then exposure in therapy. Okay, stop fucking with her. Stop fucking with her. You bring 17 bitches in my house and you're kikiing about me. No.
I almost popped this, but no. That hoe ain't your friend. She will never be your friend. Tell that hoe kick rocks. Right. Tell her to suck your ass with precision.
That's not your fucking friend.
Hell no.
Oh, God.
No. Let me go to the next email. Because
my head hurt.
So the next one says, goddamn. Okay. Y'all go ahead. The next one says, hey, after listening to y'all tell us about the Toon guy, it made us realize that we have the same person in common, seems like. Mike has really been on a whole different level of crazy. For example, I live in Houston on campus at the university I'm attending. We would have our normal FaceTime conversation as usual, but this time his demeanor was really off. I don't know what or who pissed him off at the time, but it would be little things. This is really off subject, but I remember when we was all on the phone and his mom called his name and started yelling at him from, I guess, the doorway because his little brother needed help opening a jar of pickles. and he asked Mike, and Mike told him no. She walked out after telling Mike about himself, and Mike calls her a bitch and says she is so unfit.
Because you don't want to open no pickles, my nigga. What?
What the fuck? I know that's crazy, but that boy is not right. But back to the subject at hand. So we were on FaceTime, and the youngest of us, who is related to the boy he is madly in love with, said that he got a new job at one of the big local stores in the city that I'm currently from, and where everybody, including Mike, lives in. She went on saying that her and her mama went into the store to get some things for a baby shower, and they seen him inside near the water section. She was saying that she talked to him and told him that we missed him, which we really do. Mike was breathing hard on the phone for some reason. He was breathing hard on the phone for crazy? Which he does that all the time when we make him mad. First of all, hold on, Blue, how he was breathing.
You guys are talking about the man I love in front of me. You have to pay. You have to be punished. You're gonna pay for that.
My stomach hurts so bad. Oh my God. But the youngest kept going, and he spazzed. Now, normally when he does this, we don't pay him any mind, or we ignore him because he a goofy. Damn, my nigga, that speaks a lot about you, Mr. Mike. But he was so mad at us for saying that. We kept talking about the guy, and that we just trying to hurt him, and that he's been trying to get over him. But he's the reason why we don't communicate with him now. So now he has been ignoring our calls, and I'm not about to go through this with him again. The other ones don't know how to handle it, but I keep telling them to stop feeding into his crazy ass ways. What advice can you give the others? Because what I say is not working or getting to them. Please leave that maniac the fuck alone.
Leave him alone, friends. Friends, literally leave him. First of all, can y'all tell us how exactly he is the reason for the friendship with the boy? He is madly in love with being ruined. I assume he's just being creepy, and the boy's like, I don't want to hang out no more. That's what I assume. And also from the previous emails, you told us he was getting involved with Zeke. The Zeke person, he was getting closer to him.
Totally.
Can y'all tell us how that worked out? Did that branch into something new because y'all were afraid that was going to happen and, reduce your friendship even more?
I just feel like y'all be leaving us on a cliffhanger.
Right.
We just need to know what's
We need
really
to know.
going on.
But, friends, leave him alone. I know it's hard. It's your friend. You love him. And you just want him to do better and get better. But he don't want to be better. He just called his mother a bitch because he didn't want to open his little brother a jar of pickles. Do you think that's a stable person?
A jar of pickles.
That person, I remember y'all told us his brother and sister left him alone. So imagine somebody you call your brother and sister, your family, your blood. Imagine what it took for them to leave him alone. And y'all are just friends, apparently. Imagine if they thought he couldn't be saved. What makes y'all think he can be saved? And he's ignoring you guys. And I'm not about to go through this again. Stop entertaining. He wants attention. That's all he wants, attention. He wants y'all to chase after him. He wants to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, Mike. I'm so sorry. I'll never mention the boy who broke your heart ever again. Even though one of y'all are related to him. So you can't speak that name ever again around him because this situation been going on for about a year now in the email. So, he still haven't gotten over this person. Seems like a him problem.
He needs to get it together.
Get it together.
He needs to get that together. That is
right. I just want to know, what is it that y'all are holding on so hard for? But I understand. I was in the same predicament. You're holding on because you're hoping he gets better, but it's not going to happen. He done called y'all whores, dumb bitches. Your pussies are going to fall off because y'all suck too much dick to function. Do you think that's a friend that's worth holding on to?
Oh my God.
Honestly, honestly, you guys, let's sit down and think about it.
No, for real. Listen to what Blue telling y'all.
What are y'all going to lose by him not being in your life? What are you going to lose? Be honest with me. What are you going to lose?
Talk to a Blue.
Because it sounds like he just talk about y'all pussies. He looks down on y'all. He calls y'all hood, ghetto, this and this and that. Y'all are trying to get him out of his parents' house, and he don't want to leave. He just want to keep calling his mama an unfit bitch because he don't want to open a jar of pickles. Big brother, can you open my pickle jar for me? No. Get the fuck out. Oh, my God.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Like
talk
shit.
to him.
Damn.
Y'all
I
should
just
see Blue.
my head. I'm rubbing my temples right now. I'm rubbing my scalp because my head hurts.
Oh my God.
What will it take? I have one question. What will it take for y'all to leave him alone? What is it going to take? Is it going to be something, because he cussed y'all out about 11 times already. But I assure you, if you talk to the brother and sister, you'll get some new perspective on why he isn't worth saving.
Or his quote unquote lover at the time.
Yep. If you talk to the people he talked to y'all about, you'll get some clarity on why he isn't worth saving. And not to say nobody's worth saving, but he has his own issues, and people like him will not change until there is some consequences for his actions. Don't enable him. Don't enable him by sticking around like, yeah, we're going to be here till the end, till we die. Da, 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 da. Some people don't change until there are consequences for their actions. And then they see the error of their ways. Maybe he'll come out better for it on the other side. Maybe not. But that's a him issue. It's not your responsibility to stand by his side. And like, I remember in the other emails y'all said, he makes y'all feel bad saying he's all y'all got. And da, 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 da. Y'all are... y'all make him feel bad. He makes y'all feel bad for, leaving and doing this. You guys are all I have. I have nobody else. I'm so lonely. Why are you lonely in the first place, huh? What's the real truth of why people have left you the fuck alone? There's only one common denominator, and that's you, Mr. Mike. So, I have 3 questions for y'all in total. So, what ruined your friend's relationship to where he didn't want to hang out with y'all anymore? Like, what did Mike do to make him ruin it for everybody? Like, he don't want to talk to none of y'all no more.
Right.
Number 2, how is Mike's relationship with Zeke going? Like, are they getting closer still? Are they booed up? Or are they just not talking like that no more? And everything in the friend group is fine. And number 3, friends, what are y'all so afraid of losing when y'all leave Mike the hell alone? What is it that's keeping y'all attached to, his, quite frankly, toxic friendship behavior? And that's all I gotta say for that one.
Shit, I ain't got nothing to say at that one. Blue read y'all motherfucking, read his, but she just went off. Mm-hmm. And I ain't got nothing to say after that, but yeah, what Blue said. Mm-hmm. Period. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the last one. Email.
Hello again. Thank you guys for having my back. I honestly appreciate that you guys have been so sweet to my emails. I'm very glad that horrible person that was on the previous podcast is not in this podcast. I'm not the one to talk about anyone, and I have stated that I'm happy he is gone, but I am extremely happy that he is gone. I've decided that I'm going to leave my husband. I am currently pregnant still, haven't popped just yet, ladies, but I am finished with him and all his lies. I found out so many things about his doings, including having sex with transgenders. I don't have a problem with anyone or what their gender is or nothing of the sort. I have many relatives that are part of the LGBT community. It's just a certain line that you cross when you are dealing with a person who is carrying your child and you're out here fucking with all these different random people and things. I don't know what he has, and neither do I fucking care. I went to go get tested, and hopefully things come back normal. But now he wants to act right. Typical. I don't care for no act right all. I don't care for no act right at all. He is a disgusting ass individual, and I wish him nothing but the best. I don't want my child around those activities that he dwells in. What he does with his penis has no purpose for me at all.
Come on! Preach it!
But don't hinder my child because you want to fuck another man in the ass.
Oh my God!
That previous person to dive deep should be ashamed of himself for telling me, a pregnant woman, to give it to God. I pray to go every single day, and I give him so much thanks for all he has done for me. Pray to God. I pray to God every single day, and I give him so much thanks for all he has done for me. But I will not and ever suffer behind something that my husband gave to me, because I gave it to God. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you if you are listening to this podcast. You ladies are blessings to everyone who is listening. You girls keep going and don't let ignorance and ignorant idiots intimidate you ladies. I just had to get that off my heart because he was extremely wrong. But back to the situation. Girls, tell me why he went to my mother's house, which is where I'm staying, and told her this sob story about me cheating too, and that 2 wrongs don't make a right, and we need to get back together. Are you nuts? I'm throwing this whole marriage away. Sure, sir, you are done for. I just don't know where to go from here, guys. I don't. I feel extremely overwhelmed, and the baby is coming soon. I need help on what to do. I just need some good advice from you guys. Thanks again for helping me.
Woo. Oh my God. Okay. Girl.
These emails have been head scratchers. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Y'all have really... Oh my goodness. I can only tell what these email sections about to give us. First of all, I really am happy that you did leave him.
I commend you.
I commend you so much because, and you know what? I'm going to I want to validate your feelings for how you felt at the time when you did get that advice. I mean, personally, I wouldn't have gave shit to God. God forgive me for how I said that. But God knows my heart and God sees the situation. So why give it to him when he's looking down like, don't give that to me. You know what to do.
Right.
It's not no giving it to God.
Right.
It's leave the situation where it is. So definitely, I'm glad that you did leave the situation. For sure. Leave him. You're asking some good advice. I wouldn't go back to that shit. I would leave him where the fuck he is. Right. And keep it pushing. You're about to have a baby. Mm-hmm. Do not stress over this man.
Right. Come to my mama's house, whatever the fuck, get off my mother's property, or we're calling the police, sir.
And I hope your mom has the common decency to be like, nigga, I don't even know why you're still here. Right. She might not be a black person to say nigga, but I'm just like, this coming out of my mouth like, sir, why are you still here? My daughter done told me you done fuck Jack, Jill, Bobby, Billy, Mandy, all these motherfucking people. No. Right. Sorry, baby. We good. She good over here. Worry about that baby. Worry about you having the baby. Mm-hmm. And if he decides that he wants to sign the papers or not, that's on him. But at the end of the day, you worry about your health and your baby's health. Right. I feel like once you get the test back, you good, baby. Yeah. Yeah. He has to worry about that. He has to worry about the
things. He's a non-factor to y'all anymore. He's a non-factor.
He's a non-fucking factor. Right. Take it away, Blue.
You need I said my piece. Need some good advice. You need help with you're very overwhelmed. I mean, at least you have the support of your mother and hopefully the rest of your family to bring this child into the world, because it do take a village to raise a child.
It does.
And I find, it's really admirable that you, as a pregnant woman, because pregnant women need so much support, and you felt like your fucking support system that's supposed to be your husband been taken away from you. It's hard for a lot of pregnant women to be like, oh, well, I'm pregnant, I'm about to have a baby, and I can't go nowhere else. But you got the fuck up, and you got your things, and you left and went to your mama's house. Good for you.
Good. But
you're overwhelmed, and the baby is coming soon. You need help on what to, just focus on the baby getting here healthy, and, you'll go from there. I think, like you said, you worked. I mean, hopefully you can build a new life with your baby, and hopefully your mother will support you along the way like she's been doing if you're staying with your mother. And it's going to be okay. Like you said, you pray to God, trust in God, and God will take care of you.
All right. Yeah, that's... Whew! Goddamn. Y'all emails is very...
It's going to be a lit season.
Oh, Jesus. This season about to be lit as fuck. And I'm excited that y'all are honestly choosing us to
share your stories with us.
Yes, definitely. And for the ones that shared their story with the dive deep, come on, baby. Right. We ready for what, round 3, round 4? Right. Like, come on, bring it on.
Right.
But you guys, that's gonna be it.
All right. That's it for this week, and we'll see y'all next week.
Do you have any advice for the lovely people? I mean, y'all, Blue been spitting that real shit, y'all. Blue has been going.
I'm just going to repeat a TikTok that I made yesterday on my TikTok. My @ is .AERYANA. And I posted a video yesterday that said, how good would the story be if you already knew what's going to happen next? And I said, this TikTok is not about a show, movie, or a book.
Y'all go follow her on TikTok, all right? Give my girl up to 1,000.
Sometimes I clown. Sometimes I say something real. A lot of clowning lately, though.
My advice for you guys is never leave a true relationship for a few faults. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is correct. In the end, affection is always greater than perfection.
Oh.
Yeah, had to tell y'all that. But that's going to be the end, you guys. Hopefully y'all liked it this up.
This was a meaty episode.
This was a good ass episode. This was good as fuck. Hopefully y'all like this one, y'all. Hopefully y'all like it. Of course, we loved it, but let us know what y'all feeling about this in the emails. Email us anything. Like we gonna
literally y'all can just be like, hey, I love y'all. Hey, we love you too. It can be anything.
Hell yeah. But y'all, more content to come. We love y'all so much. And once again, this is Miss J. Marie.
This is Blue.
And we will see y'all on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.